Welcome to the Tech Show. I'm Sonia Gavankar, and this week we're talking about the future of entertainment with two entrepreneurs who may bring our movies and live shows back safely. And we reveal a smartphone you probably need and one you probably don't. All of that and more coming up on the Tech Show. Now it's time for the latest. Some sports leagues like the NBA, MLS, and NHL, for example, have successfully restarted thanks to a bubble model. With the myriad of health risks related to gatherings of large crowds, the music festival scene may be considering something similar for concerts and festivals in 2021 and 2022. Festival news and rumor mongers, the Festive Owl has dropped some hints at what's being discussed. Bubble festivals where artists and attendees are tested or show that they've received proper vaccinations, if one exists by then, and are allowed to enter the venue or festival grounds. Patrons would reportedly be unable to leave the area, resort, campground, or other venues where the established bubble is until the event is over. Leaving the bubble, a confirmed clean area where an outbreak could not occur due to the safety measures in place, would result in being denied re-entry. Several major events promoters are reportedly in talks as all 2020 plans continue to be canceled or indefinitely postponed at the very least. And because Florida, local officials have announced the release of 750 million mosquitoes that have been genetically modified to reduce local populations. Great. The aim is to reduce the number of mosquitoes that carry disease like dengue or the Zika virus. The green lighting of a pilot project after years of debate drew a swift outcry from environmental groups who warned of unintended consequences. Activists warn of possible damage to ecosystems and the potential creation of hybrid, insecticide-resistant mosquitoes. And one group condemned the plan as a public Jurassic Park experiment and points to a slate of government-backed studies. In May, the U.S. Environmental Agency granted permission to the British-based U.S.-operated company Oxitec to produce and release the genetically engineered male mosquitoes in 2021 in the Florida Keys. Only female mosquitoes bite humans because they need blood to produce eggs. So the plan is to release the male modified mosquitoes, who will then hopefully breed with the wild female mosquitoes. However, the males carry a protein that will kill off any female offspring before they reach mature biting age. Males which only feed on nectar will survive and pass on the genes. Over time, the aim is to reduce the population of Aedes aegypti mosquitoes in the area and thereby reduce the spread of disease to humans. In a statement denouncing the project, environmental group Friends of the Earth said, "The release of genetically engineered mosquitoes will needlessly put Floridians and the environment and endangered species at risk in the midst of a pandemic." But an Oxitec scientist told the AP, "We have released over 1 billion of our mosquitoes over the years. There is no potential to risk to the environment or humans." So who had mutant mosquitoes for their 2020 bingo? You're up. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Over 70 years of experience in heart and aviation, the members of the Association of Flight Attendants know the realities of the aircraft cabin better than anyone. We don't just serve drinks, we save lives. We don't just negotiate contracts, we move major policy issues like the smoking ban, no knives on planes, clean water, and safe food on board. The air we breathe matters, and we stop the spraying of poisonous pesticides. The Association of Flight Attendants, stronger together, better together.
Okay, I'm a rat.
I see.
Okay, okay. Got it, got it. Oh, that's what that's for?
With summer coming to a close and as we head into fall, more carefree days give way to more scheduled routines. Here to show us how easy it can be to get filling, delicious meals on the table as we juggle with this new work-life balance is someone who has a little experience with juggling, a mother of 6 boys, Colleen Burns. Hello, Colleen.
Hey there, this is a back to school like no other. It can be trying at times, but one thing stays constant. Parents are always looking for quick and easy ways to fuel up themselves and their kids for this school day. And it's important to be consistent and comforting. So I've got some tips. How about the comforting taste of a breakfast casserole in a convenient bite? This is a brand new product. I love it. These casserole bites made with Jimmy Dean sausage, real eggs, bacon, potatoes, and cheese. So easy to just pop them into the microwave oven. And if you're looking for protein, but you're counting calories, Jimmy Dean Delights breakfast wraps are a great solution, made with real vegetables, all natural turkey sausage or bacon, some scrambled eggs, all in a whole wheat tortilla. And whether you're having lunch at home or the office or at school, sandwiches are always a great filling solution, but they can be boring. How about making a warm sandwich using garlic mayo, ham, turkey on some rustic bread, or a Southwestern ham wrap with cream cheese, vegetables, and a little taco seasoning? I like Hillshire Farm lunch meat because their oven roasted turkey and their all natural honey roasted ham have no nitrates, and no artificial flavors added. Great for the top of a salad too, or I like to roll up a couple of slices in the afternoon for a low carb and high protein snack. And speaking of snacks, what's more comforting than chicken nuggets for curing those afternoon hangries? My kids love chicken nuggets, and I feel good about giving them Tyson's Fun Nuggets because they're all white meat, no antibiotics, whole grain breading, just minutes to the table, and you can pair them with a dipping sauce or some veggies. And if you'd like to put dinner on the table quickly, try a one skillet meal using a protein for the base. I like Adela sausages because they've got a bold flavor already mixed in. Chop those up, add a starch like sweet potatoes, add some leftover veggies, and just cover that and simmer it for about 45 minutes until the potatoes cook through. For more information on these products and to get some more recipe ideas, you can go to Jimmy Dean, Hillshire Farm, Tyson Brand, and Adele's.
Thanks, Colleen.
We'll be back with a new and legal way to stream new release movies at home. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to the Tech Show. Along with our schools and our planes and our workplaces, Hollywood is trying to figure out how to continue in our new normal. They've stopped production on nearly every big budget movie that was shooting in March. But what about movies that were wrapped and just waiting to be released in closed down theaters across the country? Tenet, I'm looking at you. CEO of XNX, Jihan Fouet-Atkins, is here to show us a solution for studios who don't want to go straight to Netflix and families who aren't ready to venture to crowded theaters. It's called Venue, a subscription-free box that lets us watch new cinematic releases, concerts, sports, live events, and more right from home. Hello, Jihan.
Hello.
So is COVID-19 the impetus for developing Venue?
No, not at all. Actually, we've been developing for a couple of years now. It just so happens that as we were getting ready to launch and unveil, we were hit with a pandemic, which has actually put our project on a fast track. So we're excited to get it out and into the market so we can bring consumers premium entertainment and at the same time bring content creators a way to expand their most coveted window.
How is Venue different from all other services?
Great question. So what Venue does is it's a ultimate streaming media player. Aside from the app, our app Venue, that gives you access to all the ticketed entertainment events like movies that are playing in theaters, concerts, musicals, operas, fashion shows, Vegas shows, you name it. Anything that would require physical attendance and a ticket can be streamed on the Venue app. But aside from that, you can easily back out of that app and go into your Netflix, your Disney Plus, your Hulu, your favorite streaming apps, as well as be able to do video conferencing directly through our system because of our infrastructure through either Zoom or like a Google Meet. And at the same time, be able to access gaming through Stadia. So you can do games through this device as well. And yeah, pretty much have access to all windows of entertainment from one easy to use plug and play device.
How does Venue count viewers?
Oh, great question. So that's the secret sauce. What we're using is machine vision and AI. So it's just one simple optic, and I can show it here. I've got one of our devices in our hands. So if you can see the camera right here, there's one simple optic, and these are just IR lights to illuminate the room in like pitch black conditions, if people are watching with all the lights off, right? So what we do is we simply use machine vision and AI to keep a head count. If there's 4 people in the room, there should be 4 tickets. If anytime more people join the session, then it will just detect the difference in ticket to audience ratio and pause the movie displaying a message, or pause the content displaying a message to either purchase more tickets or to tend to your guests and then resume when you're available. If additional viewers are in the room for a set period of time with eyes on the TV, it will stop it. But if you have like a friend or a parent or anyone walking in and out of the room to do groceries or laundry, whatever, it's not going to detect that person and count them as a viewer, because clearly they don't have eyes on the TV and they're walking around and doing things. So as long as you're not watching the TV, you're not accounted as a viewer.
How can you use this to stream all the usual services too?
Sure. Well, Stadia doesn't have a box. It actually has a remote. So you would get the Stadia remote, and then the Stadia app you would just download onto our system. Actually, our system comes with it preloaded for you. So you would just launch the Stadia app on our player and then connect your remote via Wi-Fi. The app will show you how to do it. It's very simple. And then the really cool thing is you have access to these premium games through Stadia's services that you can just jump on and start playing. So without having to jump from one device to another, we're just trying to make it seamless for the consumer.
So Disney Plus is charging a fee to view their live action Mulan, for example. How could Venue improve that experience?
So first and foremost, Disney is magical. These guys are probably some of the top, brightest individuals in the business. I think that's why they've priced it at $30, because it makes more sense than the $19.99 PVOD. And they made it exclusive only on the Disney Plus app to obviously attract more consumers to download the Disney Plus app and subscribe, right? So that's a brilliant move on their part. And I think they're doing this, and a lot of studios are doing similar things because of just the pandemic and everything being shut down. When theaters open back up, I foresee a situation where PVOD will have to be pushed to the next window. So maybe it's 17 days, maybe it's 30 days, who knows? But it won't be day and date with theatrical, because it's just cannibalistic. So that's when our system comes into play, where we're not in the other windows, we're in that theatrical first run window as an extension of the exhibition business, because we replicate that in the home. So in the future, if Disney wanted to utilize Venue to distribute their movie, whether it's Mulan or whatever, they'd be able to just put it on our system and be able to distribute it in that theatrical window to be able to maximize on ticket sales. And then once that window is finished, they'd be able to just put it on Disney Plus or wherever else they'd like, most likely Disney Plus, right? So we are not in that catalog business. We're only in the premium window, live events or theatrical run. So for consumers that are single viewers or couples that maybe don't want to pay $30 because it's a pretty hefty price, they can actually jump onto our system and be able to buy tickets per viewer to get an economical deal.
I read that the hardware and software platforms can also stream seminars, competitions, lectures, and much more from anywhere in the world. Can you tell us more about that?
So what we are is really a utility. We're nowhere near like a Netflix. We're more like a YouTube, if you put it that way, right? Because with our system, the content owner is in control of the campaigns that they launch. So with Venue, when we onboard content creators, we provide them access to their own content portal, where they're able to log in and set all the parameters themselves, from the release date, the end date, the ticket price. They could even regionalize ticket prices. So tickets in downtown Manhattan would be a higher price than, for example, Biloxi, Mississippi.
Where can I sign up for one?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you guys go to www.xcinex.com, you can definitely get all the information there.
Thanks so much, Jihan. Good luck.
Thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Ladies, it's time to dare, not go bare. Silicon Valley keeps you covered. Go bold without worrying about a slip. Say goodbye to tucking straps, unseemly panty lines, and all your wardrobe worries. At work, the gym, the beach, or a party, Silicon Valley has you protected. With concealers, covers, tapes, and more, we have a solution for any undie issue. Dress worry-free with our wardrobe malfunction solutions. Order at siliconvalley.com or at fine retailers and start living your seamless life now.
We are the dreamers.
We changed the world.
Because we don't give up.
IU can help you live your dream.
IU is an online college, so your campus is wherever you want it to be.
Take classes when you want to take classes.
You receive the tools you need at no extra cost.
Even a brand new laptop and tablet to use in school.
Call IU, then tell them your dream.
1-800-952-3595. 1-800-952-3595.
Feeling off track? Get back in the race with Formula R3. Rise, rock, and restore your youth. 52% of men suffer from ED, poor circulation, low energy, low confidence, low libido. Taking R3 daily can boost free testosterone, energy, vitality, libido, while supporting the prostate, heart, liver, and kidneys. All natural ingredients: ginseng, saw palmetto berries, hawthorn berries, black maca root. Formula R3, nature's gift to men's health. Remain ready.
Welcome back. The almost total shutdown of live entertainment has inspired a lot of great new platforms and workarounds. After comedy clubs closed their doors, comedian and founder of In-Crowd Entertainment, Bubba Ginnity, developed the LA-based immersive, innovative experience, In-Crowd, an interactive stage where performers, such as comedians or musical artists, can interact with an audience. Hello, Bubba. How is it in LA right now?
Los Angeles isn't too bad. It's really hot, but it's a great place to be either way.
What has been the shutdown's impact on live entertainment in LA?
I mean, the impact of the shutdown and shelter in place has been tremendous. I mean, it basically, put our whole business and way of operating at a halt from a whole industry perspective. And, a lot of people are finding ways to get creative to keep the live performance aspect of our culture going. And, we're just fortunate enough to be kind of leading the charge in that department. And we're really proud of what we're doing. And we're just hoping to keep it going through the pandemic and even onward.
Tell us about In-Crowd.
In-Crowd is a live interactive audience experience that was spawned during the pandemic, but we see it, have legs beyond the future. And we think the pandemic really just catapulted us to a place that we were headed anyway. So In-Crowd is a place for live performances to happen with the audience be fully present. You can see the audience, hear the audience, just like in a live atmosphere. And it's through a webinar service, but it's very intimate and personal. And it's unlike anything else that's there. And we think that, it's so special because when else have you had one of your favorite comedians or favorite musicians be able to interact with you directly while you're in the privacy of your own home? It's something that's never been experienced in the live performance space as a whole.
How does In-Crowd change the performer's experience?
I mean, a Zoom conference is pretty basic. It's like you can't really see the people, you can't really hear the people. I mean, most of those things are muted as a whole, and this you get to see and hear people live and get their responses on a dime, and as a performer, especially as a comedian, that's the most important part of performing, is that give and take between the performer and the audience. And without that, it's a pretty uninfluenced and uninspired performance to be quite honest with you. So we're bringing that inspiration to the performer so they can be present and transmit their art the way it was intended. And we're bringing that experience to the audience to feel like they're in a space where they're connected with the performer, like they are at a live venue, and I think that relationship between audience and performer is very important. And without it, I mean, art really suffers.
How about the audience members' experience?
Yeah, we have a tiered ticketed structure. So, for our live events, we're also working on television shows and, big like private events as well. But our live events is a tiered ticketed structure. You know, there's a VIP ticket, which gets you on the wall for the live interaction, and also a GA ticket that gets you, you know, a 7-camera high production value that you'd see on network television or Netflix, or, you know, a pay-per-view special. And you get that type of quality live, and you get to see the interaction of those VIP people, but you also get to experience it, you know, from the privacy of your own home without having to interact as well, because not all performances and audience members are the same. Some people like to watch and view and not really engage, so we have that option for people as well, just like you would in any other stream performance. It's just the production value that we're providing is much higher than most experiences the audiences had before.
So this is something that is happening right now. How do we watch a show?
If you want to watch a show, you can go to incrowd.studio, which is our website, and you can also follow us on Instagram at incrowdcomedy for all the comedy stuff, and at incrowd.studio for everything other genres. And we sell our tickets right there on the website. We also sell the tickets. We promote shows through the Instagram accounts, and also the artists that we're, you know, partnered with also sell stuff on different platforms. So the tickets are available. Just search InCrowd at the end of the day wherever you're at, and you'll be able to find us pretty easily. And we have comedy shows every Wednesday night. We have other headlining comedy shows Tuesdays, sometimes Fridays. We have music shows half week. I mean, there's nonstop programming here. We're only getting more and more booked up to do more and more great things.
Thanks for coming on the Tech Show, Bubba.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate you as well.
Now let's look at some tech to get us back to school and work.
We all rely on technology when going back to school or work.
Stay connected with the affordable Samsung Galaxy A51. It has an edge-to-edge 6.5-inch full HD plus display, an advanced 4-camera lens system, and a long-lasting, fast-charging battery to get you through the day.
Technology is the key to success.
GoPro's Hero 8 Black works as a high-definition webcam. You can use it anywhere, like school, work, or working out, with their different mounts. And you'll look your best with GoPro's Zeus Mini magnetic clip light. Well, with everyone working from home, you might need an extra device. Consider the Lenovo Chromebook Duet. It's a thin and light 2-in-1 with a detachable keyboard, built-in webcam, and a 10.1-inch screen. Well, parents can protect the whole family with security software like McAfee Total Protection. It safeguards against malware, ransomware, and spyware attacks, and protects everyone's identity and privacy.
For more, check out the brand's websites.
It's almost time for Take My Money. The Tech Show will be right back. Now it's time for Take My Money, where this week we found a solution for the crusty cosmetic brushes you might have thrown in the drawer. Okay, if you can't wash your own makeup brushes, you shouldn't be wearing that much makeup. However, my producer April really wants this, so take her money. Thanks for joining us this week. Follow us at The Tech Show TV and join the conversation. Tech you later. April, we're not buying it. No, stop asking. We're not doing it. No, she's the worst.